Welcome to Watch It or Don't. I'm Matt with Tom and Dan, and today we'll be doing a Marvel Phase 2 recap. Warning, there will be some spoilers for the movies and for some Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because Tom and I watched that, Dan does not.
Uh-oh, I need it.
It's worth it, but
we'll leave the room for that part, I guess.
We'll be going over all the movies from right after the first Avengers to Ant-Man, because that's the entirety of Phase 2.
Iron Man 3, Thor 2, Captain America 2, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Age of Ultron, and Ant-Man.
Correct.
Yep. Okay.
That's correct. Which is about
Phase
the
2.
same number of movies from the first phase, and this next one's going to be even bigger.
Phase 2,
like 10 or something like
They
that.
almost should have split into 2 more, but that's for another thing.
All right, so Phase 2, what would you say is your favorite Phase 2 movie?
I gotta say Guardians of the Galaxy, just because I wasn't expecting much.
It's true.
I knew ahead of time it was really out there, no pun intended with the space, but it really blew me away. I loved it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with you on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just, definitely low expectations. I mean, when they first announced it, I was like, I'd look up on Wikipedia what they were,
Mhm.
and then when I saw the picture of the talking raccoon, I was like, this is going to suck.
Yep. For me, it was the talking tree that's not gonna sell.
Yeah. and
Oh,
then-
so the raccoon is more.
Well,
believable
I don't
than
know.
the tree.
People, it could be
Okay.
cute.
All
Either
right.
way,
all
and
right.
like Chris Pratt, which was at the obviously now it makes sense, but at the
Right.
time that was pretty controversial.
Yeah,
He was-
I mean that's when that was before he slimmed down.
Yeah,
I remember
exactly.
when they released the trailer and he's
Man,
just
I love Chris
ripped
Pratt
to
from
shreds.
Parks and Rec.
Ugh.
but
Well, I would have loved it
I
if he
don't know.
wasn't ripped. He was just
Yeah.
like, I'm the regular superhero.
Anyway,
Yeah, I definitely agree that it was Guardians. Guardians was the focal point of Phase 2, and I mean for me it was just that it was so fresh. It didn't
Yeah.
rely on the other movies, and it was able to be a great movie without being connected necessarily.
with a killer soundtrack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
killer.
indeed. Least favorite movie?
Mine's got to go to Thor 2.
Okay,
Ooh,
why is that?
The 2 reasons. The first being Iron Man 3 was just barely above it because it had Ben Kingsley as the Mandarin, and
Selling point.
he is
We'll never
great
see him
in
coming.
that movie. Yeah.
Love it. Nice, Dan.
And the other reason was because Jane Foster is in Thor 2, and she is the most useless character in the
Yeah.
MCU. Just
Yeah,
terrible.
I agree with that.
Yep.
So I had to give least favorite to Thor.
I like those. I'm going to say Iron Man 3, because like
Okay.
you said,
Yeah.
Jane Foster actually had some dialogue. She just wasn't like that every time she saw Thor in this one. She actually had somewhat of a part, even though it was minuscule.
Okay.
But Iron Man 3, it was really long, and I kind of knew what was going to happen, mainly because I had seen a spoiler on a Lego box of all the places, so I made sure to not look at any Lego boxes when a Marvel movie's coming out,
Yeah.
just for future reference. And one of the big things that really killed it for me was they take his chest piece out. And I know that's not a huge deal to some people, but for like a comic type person, that is a huge part of his
Okay.
character. And it's just, yeah, he doesn't need that anymore. He's going to move on. And then nobody talks about it ever again.
All right. Yeah. I'm in between you. I couldn't decide between Iron Man 3 and
We're
Thor
both
2.
trying to get you to join our...
I know.
Yeah.
I saw both of them around the same time. I waited to see Iron Man 3 till Thor 2 came out. And I remember liking Thor 2 better. I remember thinking this is a better movie. I like Thor 1, actually. You know, it's not great, but I liked it.
Yeah.
Iron Man, I loved the first one, so I think maybe I had a little higher expectations, even though Iron Man 2 wasn't great.
Mhm.
I think Thor 2 was better than Thor 1, so that gave it a boost.
That's not really fair, though.
I know, but...
Okay. You hate Thor a lot more than we do.
I do.
Anyway.
I do.
Although, looking back now, I remember almost all of Iron Man 3. I remember the whole plot and stuff, but
Mhm.
I don't remember anything about Thor 2. And I don't know, maybe it was just too generic. I'm going to give this to, I don't know. I want to say Iron Man 3 because I originally said Iron Man 3 when I first saw it. So
Okay.
Okay.
Iron Man 3 was the worst. They're not, both of those aren't bad, though.
Right.
They're
It is the
passable.
one with the longest chain, so if one
Yeah.
was going to fail eventually, you know what I mean?
They're both passable.
Yeah.
But the rest of the movies are better. So we're kind of saying Guardians is kind of like the top tier.
Mhm.
You got Avengers, Age of Ultron, and Winter Soldier kind of in the middle,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
these two at the bottom. So,
We'll see where Ant-Man falls on
Yeah.
that spectrum.
um,
Would you give any MVP awards to
MVP.
any characters?
who won Phase 2?
Yeah.
Sure.
Who won Phase 2? For me, this is kind of funny given my Thor 2 review, but it's Loki.
How very mischievous. of
Yeah,
you.
I love Loki in the first phase. He's one of my favorites. And when looking back at Thor 2, the only thing I remember is Loki. He shows up like halfway through the movie. He's there for like 20 minutes, and I remember every part that he's in. So he steals that movie. And I think if he was another one, he would steal that one. I was really disappointed. He was not in Age of Ultron. I'm looking forward to seeing more Loki in Phase 3. I don't even care if he's a villain or a hero, whatever.
Well, do you think we'll see him in the extended cut of Ultron when that comes
Yeah,
out?
I know they filmed a bunch of stuff they had to cut, and
Okay.
the Blu-ray will have the extended cut. So we'll see
I'm
if that
excited
makes a
for that.
difference.
Anyway,
yeah.
Loki's my MVP. Who do you got?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Captain America 2 because I think he had the best sequel, hands down. And
Okay.
his
the character Captain America.
The character
Okay.
Captain America. And a lot of stuff. What did I say?
The Captain America 2. I thought there was a second.
Oh,
Captain
no, no,
America.
just-
I
just
don't
the
think I
first
saw
one.
that one.
T-O-O.
Oh, okay.
But his movie is great. We get to see new characters like the Falcon, so that was good. And big happenings with S.H.I.E.L.D. So that movie really took it away from me from
Yeah.
this phase. I think I liked it actually more than Age of Ultron,
Yeah.
which is crazy to say.
Captain America was the biggest surprise by far because that
It
first
was
Captain
for
America
characters we
sucks.
know. Maybe not the biggest surprise, but I know a lot of people didn't like the first one.
It's
It was
terrible.
somewhat of a bridge. I like the first one,
Yeah.
but it is let's get to the Avengers.
Also, it's has way more impact if you watch Agents of Shield because it completely changed that show. It makes that show good.
It
It's
is.
all the fallout from
you need to watch
that.
it.
Your MVP down?
My MVP, Matt brought him up, is the Falcon, who is
He's pretty
glorious.
cool. I liked him.
I mean, it's a dude with wings, and he's snarky and cool.
We didn't
and
even get to see that much of
happy.
him.
No, I know, and I just keep waiting for more, and I wish he had a little more to do than just kind of show up in Age of Ultron. But I'm excited for where he kind of fits in the future.
I don't know if you saw the trailer, one of the trailers for Ant-Man, but he does show up.
Does he?
in
Okay,
Ant-Man.
I didn't see it, but
So,
We'll
yeah.
find out soon enough.
yeah.
What would you say for Phase 2? What did Marvel get right overall? I know for me, the basic thing that they got right was that they kept the momentum going.
Mhm.
This is what 14 movies now. They've
Yeah.
had?
Like something like
We're
that.
going on movie 15. I'm still really excited. I'm really curious to see where they go.
Yeah.
And has any other film franchise ever done that after 14 movies? Seriously?
No, nothing will ever beat
Wait.
this.
I mean, there's like 30 police academies, right?
Yeah,
A lot of James Bonds.
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
true, James
Okay,
Bond, but
yeah.
that's different.
It is different horse.
So just the fact that these story creators have been able to wrap these storylines together and keep us interested. I'm not saying any of these movies are great because I don't think a lot of them are, but none of them are terrible, and none of them in Phase 2 really dropped the ball, I think.
So Dan
that's
thinks
fair.
these movies are acceptable.
They're
It's not
acceptable.
blown away.
But
Acceptable.
the anticipation is there.
Right.
They had plenty of opportunities here where they could have
Messed
these
up.
movies could have been disasters, and
Guardians of the Galaxy could have been.
or people would have been
terrible.
tired of them. I think eventually they will get tired of them, but right now the excitement is still there, and that is the number one thing these films got right.
Well, what I like that's kind of going to be moving forward with that
Yeah.
is they're trying to change up each
Mhm.
movie. Like Captain America 2 had a little bit of espionage, and it was a
Mhm.
thriller-y type one like that. Guardians of the Galaxy was space and
Yeah.
sci-fi. Ant-Man, they say, is going to be like a heist-type movie because they know people are kind of getting sick of the superhero, and I
Right.
like that they're trying to change
Yeah,
it up
that's true.
so that people don't see the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. See, my idea of what they got right is much more specific, and that's Black Widow, who I could not stand in Phase 1. In Iron Man 2, she was kind of interesting because she was new, and then whatever, she was fine. She didn't do that much. But then in Avengers, she was useless. I liked Hawkeye way more than I liked Black Widow in Avengers.
Interesting.
She just was very generic, kind of just there to, be there. But in Phase 2, she shows up in Winter Soldier, and she's
she's-
just as badass as Captain America.
She's great in that.
Yeah,
She's
and I mean,
great.
she's just as important. And in Age of Ultron, we get to see her, again, be a total badass, and then also to develop some real personality traits rather than just being a generic cutout of espionage woman. So
Yeah.
they definitely stepped up their game when writing Black Widow's character.
I agree. Yeah, definitely.
But, that being said, they also, Phase 2 got a lot of things wrong.
Yeah.
What
So,
is-
what did it get wrong?
Yeah.
And my main problem with Phase 2 is that they were just too reliant on all the core Avengers from Phase 1. Like Guardians of the Galaxy was so good because it was fresh.
it was different.
Everything else was worn out and tired. I mean, you get the revelation of the Shield Hydra thing in Cap, but otherwise,
I know. I'll agree. with
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think. What did they get wrong?
My problem with Phase 2, I'm just going to go right here.
Yeah.
The villains did not step up their game.
Mm.
Phase 1 villains, way better than Phase 2 villains. Phase
Okay.
1, you got Loki, you got the Whiplash guy,
Yeah.
you got Red Skull, You,
I like Red Skull. Yeah.
Mostly you have Loki, but I mean,
Right.
all even like Obadiah Stane, all those villains, they're at least memorable, and some of them are great.
Mhm.
Phase 2, the most memorable one, I don't know, Ultron, but Ultron's not
By
that.
default, yeah.
And like the other ones, I can't remember what the Guy Pearce's character name in Iron Man 3, whatever his name is. Thor 2, the elf, I don't even remember who that is.
Malekith. Come on, man.
Oh,
That's right.
Malekith.
We're nerds.
And then in Captain America, you kind of get Hydra as like this villain, but it's not really a person villain. It's just like
It's set up. I feel like that'll pay off later. Don't
I understand that, but I needed just a little more from the villains. I needed the stakes to be higher.
Yeah.
Like
They got to be careful though now because we've seen the Avengers team up, so you can't have the stakes be too high.
Well,
it's like a
but
delicate dance of.
but it was
we
too,
can't have
it was-
everyone.
Phase 2 was too easy on these heroes.
I want
one-
someone to die,
And that's
which
true.
you did get someone to die, even though it might have been a cop
Whatever,
out.
that didn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah, it was a cop-out.
It was. I really thought
anyway.
Hawkeye would get it.
Yeah, I did too.
And going into that is I'm not super pleased with the editing of Age of Ultron,
Okay.
especially with Thor's bit in
Yeah,
the
that was
pit.
bad.
Mhm.
That was terrible. All of a sudden, they get in a car together, and then they've got some chest that he's just holding in that scene. Where it's like, what's in that box? What's in the box?
Shows up 20 minutes later and has the solution.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then maybe
exactly.
it's Pepper Potts' head in that box.
What's in the box?
Yeah.
Sorry, there's another spoiler. Look
So-
into it.
So, what about Phase 3 then are you looking forward to? What do you want them to do with Phase 3?
I am super excited for Doctor Strange,
Okay.
but I am also terrified because, like Guardians of the Galaxy, it's really out there.
It is.
It has to do with magic. It's going to be a little bit on the horror movie side, apparently, just from what I've heard. It's going to be nothing. It's like nothing we've ever seen before,
Mhm.
Right.
and it's very different. And it'll be interesting to see how it fits. And I'm afraid people won't take to it.
Okay. But you're
Is my
looking forward
fear.
to it.
I am. I'm looking forward to it because I love Doctor Strange as a
Yeah.
character, but I'm terrified of what everyone else will think.
Yeah.
I'm looking for, like I said before, the stakes to be higher. I need something more out of the characters. Phase 2 was filler. You had
It
Phase
is.
1's introduction. Phase 2 is just keeping these storylines going while we can make more money. And then Phase 3, I want there to be some kind of
Right.
payoff, some
Yeah.
kind of big clash with the characters, with the storylines. I want things to be darker. I just want,
Dan wants people to die.
Yeah.
I want some death in the series.
Which with Robert Downey Jr., you don't know.
Somebody's
could
gotta
happen.
die. There's so many characters
Yeah.
in this. If they're all gonna have fun and just like play games while they're killing these, robots and bad guys, it's
Yeah.
like what are we here for?
Yeah, right.
I want to
It's-
I want some tension in these movies.
This
I want
one-
someone to die.
This one was a lot of fan service. Like you
See-
said, there was filler, but we got to see so many little things that we love to see.
I do agree, though. I think that we do need people to die because what I want from Phase 3 is the shift away from the core Avengers. And when you have characters like Black Panther and Captain Marvel getting their own movies,
Mhm.
and the Inhumans who were really weird.
Which
Yeah.
I have no,
Which
I don't know
is-
anything about
Is
those.
Disney's Marvel's answer to the X-Men because they can't
Okay.
have mutants, so they have Inhumans.
Right. And
Right.
I mean, it's a cool storyline, but it's nice that we're going to be getting something at least a little different. And I know they're going to tie it all in together, and everyone's going to meet
And don't forget
But-
Spider-Man.
Spody.
Yeah, because we've never seen him before.
I'm looking forward to Spider-Man.
I'm just mad because he bumped Black Panther.
Damn
Damn it, I want a Black
We'll still
Panther.
get Black Panther, and I mean, everyone's going to show up in Civil War anyway.
Yeah,
So
so that'll be nice.
One thing I'm nervous about is because at end of Age of Ultron, you have like 15 different superheroes flying around. They're adding all these new ones, and if they're
Mhm.
somehow all together again, like that's a tough
I'm
movie.
Civil
guessing-
War will answer if they can do it because
Okay.
this one was the first time they've had that many people, and Civil War will have even more.
Yeah, but
if
then-
they can handle that.
But once you get to Infinity War, that's when you start bringing Guardians and.
But it
Captain
is
Marvel
two
and all
movies,
that
though.
stuff.
It is two movies.
know.
Yeah, it's just two.
That's why they need
packed
to kill off
movies.
some characters.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're excited for Phase 3.
Yep, I think we've covered everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you stayed to the end of the video, thanks. But yeah, we'll try to get a review up for Ant-Man soon.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're Watch It or Don't. Be sure to subscribe to our videos for more content. We're on Twitter. So yeah, check us out.